Well, good afternoon and welcome inside Salem's Ice Center. Lancer hockey on this December 31st, New Year's Eve, as the Lancers get set to take on the undefeated Manchester Memorial Crusaders in this afternoon matchup. Welcome aboard. You're watching Lancer hockey on Leo 21. I'm Adam LaFleur, bringing you the action in this matinee game, the fourth of the season for the Lancers. Londonderry coming in with a record of 1-2. Most recently, the Lancers dropped a 3-2 decision against the Salem Blue Devils. That game was right here at home at the Ice Center on December 21st. On the other side of things, it's Manchester Memorial. They come in with a record of 2-0-1. They tied against Pinkerton in a 2-2 game on December 16th. So that was the closest anyone has come to defeating Manchester Memorial in the young season, as the Lancers will try to do that here this afternoon. Starting lineup for Londonderry, starting in forward, seniors Matt Moriarty and Mike Donlan. Also junior Lucas Poulin on defense, Jason Parker and Colby Austin. Or Austin and Poulin on defense, Parker at forward. And starting in the net today, Mitch Church for the Lancers, as he gets another home start here today. He also started in the home opener, so a difference this year. We see Schertz doing the majority of the goaltending for Londonderry instead of Joe McGrath. Moriarty in to take the draw against Bryce Jacob for the Crusaders, and Memorial comes away with it as we're underway here this afternoon. Coming in and shooting was Nick Burgess, the junior for Manchester, and then he slides down into the end boards behind the net as Schertz makes his first save of the game here. Not much difficulty with that one. Jacob on the draw once again and winning it for the Crusaders as they try to hold it in at the near point. They do. Andrew Putney on it now in the near corner, but he had it taken away from him by Austin of the Lancers as Londonderry gets it out to the red line. Over there, Briar Bilodeau, the senior captain of the Crusaders, feeds it back into Manchester's attack zone, but the Lancers bring it right back out. Here's Mike Donlan moving ahead down the near side into the offensive zone, firing a shot, and that one is gloved and held by Brandon McKenzie, the Memorial netminder, for his first save of the game. Straw will come on the near side. Eric Coburn in to take it against the Crusaders' Brady Sufat, the 21 you see in front of the net. Coburn working for it along the end boards. It's taken away by Kyle Shalafo. He tries to get it out. Lancers hold it in. Here comes Cooper Roy trying to get a shot away. He couldn't, thanks to the defense of Zach Peltier of the Crusaders. Now it comes into the shot, and Harper backhands one over the crossbar, and the Crusaders just squeak it out of the zone over the blue line. So the Lancers have to clear out, and then they'll rush right back in. On the far side now, Peltier with it over there along the half wall, stripped from him by Coburn. It comes out of the zone and back in. Lancers have to avoid the offside call there. That allows Shane Allen to pick it up for Manchester. Now back in the Crusaders' end it goes once again. Kyle Shalafo on it, but it's taken away from him. Here's Evangelista moving into the slot. Drops it back for Coburn. He fires one high and wide over the top right corner. And that will halt play with 13:23 remaining in this opening period here this afternoon. New Year's Eve matinee game of Lancer hockey, Londonderry and Manchester Memorial here today. As the Crusaders get this one up ahead, Jeff Simpson on it for Manchester. He dumps it down into the far corner. Schertz thought about coming out of the net to play it. He changed his mind. Now on the near side, Mike Donlan picks it up. We've got an interference call coming here, and it looks to be against Lucas Poulin. Yes, it will. So Poulin goes to the box for interference. So early on in the game, Manchester Memorial will get the first power play of the afternoon. And they will send junior Andrew Putney in to take the draw for Memorial. He goes against the Lancers' Matt Moriarty. Memorial wins the draw out to the line. Shooting it wide was Briar Bilodeau. Now into the near corner it goes. Nick Burgess on it for Manchester. Burgess He gives it up to Bryce Jacob, back to Burgess, fires a shot on, pad save by Church there with the right leg pad. Now it goes over into the far corner. The number 6 of Ashton Sullivan on it along the far side half wall as the Crusaders are set up here. Looking to get a shot off over there, Zach Peltier. Instead, he goes into the far corner. Out to the line now, Bayer Bilodeau over there. Back to Bryce Jacob with it along the near point. He fed it down low for Burgess. Goes behind the net and through the trapezoid. Now in the near corner, both Evangelista and Burgess went down. But it's held in by Jacob for the Crusaders, and he shoots and scores. Oh my, Bryce Jacob, a power play goal. Just 2 minutes and 37 seconds into the game, the Crusaders strike first, and they lead it 1-0. Well, that one caught Church off guard, I think. The shot came through a little bit of traffic from the near side half wall off the stick of Jacob, and it gives Memorial a 1-0 lead on an early power play goal. So the undefeated Crusaders start things off with a bang here as Coburn picks it up deep in his own end in the corner. Now a long pass out finds Harper trying to move it ahead. Shot from the far side, turned aside by McKenzie, and he covers up outside of the crease there. He came out quite a bit, but made the save nonetheless. Now it will be Harper in to take this draw against Jacob, the goal scorer for Memorial just a moment ago. Back behind the net it goes as Harper got control off the draw, but only for a moment as Sullivan picks it up and gets it out to center for the Crusaders. Back into the Lancers in they come. Mark Leach sticks it back out through center for Londonderry as it goes along the far side. Nick Burgess on it now for the Lancers. Coburn bodies him in the far corner, trying to get a stick on it. It's Bryce Jacob on it for Memorial over there as it's stuck in skates in the far corner. Jacob digging for it. He comes away with it, feeds it back through the trapezoid. Now to the near side it comes for Jacob once again. Had it only for a moment though. Back behind the net it goes. Coburn tries to get one in front for Cooper Roy. Couldn't connect with a pass. Now Mark Leach along the far side half wall trying to get a stick on it. Harper holds this one in, but it is cleared almost out of the glass. Gloved down by Bilodeau, and the play kept alive. Here's Coburn in the slot, trying to feed it to Harper. Pass was sticked away nicely by Bilodeau there on defense as he prevented the Lancers with what could have been a good chance. Now here's Jacob sending one on goal. Save by Church as he gets the pad and then the glove on that one to halt play. 10:53 remaining in the opening period here this afternoon. Manchester Memorial 1, Londonderry nothing. Crusaders with an early power play goal from Bryce Jacob, a junior forward. That's where we stand early. Here's Memorial down in the Lancers end looking for more. Back behind the net now. Zach Peltier looking for it for Memorial. He gets some help from Matthew Fitzgerald in the near corner. Now Peltier sticks this one back behind the net again. Colby Austin on it over there for the Lancers. Now up along the far side half wall, it's fed in front where Brett LaPlante sticks it out to center. Manchester sends it right back down. Church out of his net to leave this one for Brett LaPlante. He sticks it up the near half wall for Donlan, who gets it out to center. Only for a moment, though, as it's taken back by Shane Allen. And fed ahead. Intercepted, though, by Mike Donlan. He comes into the shot, fires. Loose rebound. McKenzie didn't know where it was. It was loose, and he juggled it around a little bit before discovering he had it in the glove. Look what I found. And he makes the save here with 10:10 remaining in the opening period. That perhaps the best chance for the Lancers thus far. And now Alex LaPlante on the draw for the Lancers. Londonderry gets control. Only briefly, though. It's taken by the Crusaders out to the red line. Brett LaPlante backhands this one down into the attack zone. Here comes Alex LaPlante now into the near corner, trying to keep this play set up here. He gets it out to Colby Austin. Near point, fires one toward the net. That one sticked away by Brendan Johnson of the Crusaders, and Memorial moves it out to center. Jeff Simpson moving it into the far corner. Now it's Jacob Poitras on it for Memorial over there. Also in there was Colby Austin, tried to get a stick on it. It comes back in front. Church makes the pad save there and holds on for the whistle. as that one sort of floated on goal from the far corner. But the Lancer netminder able to cover up. 9:31 remaining here in the first period. 1-0 for Manchester Memorial on a goal by Bryce Jacob on a power play a few minutes ago. Lancers sending this one all the way down. It's an icing call, the first of the game. So the faceoff will remain down in Londonderry's own end. There is a decent-sized group of Memorial fans here today off behind the Londonderry net that are taking advantage of attending this game over the vacation week as their Crusaders win the draw and keep it down in the Lancer end. Putney with it behind the net. Now he skates out to the far side, gives it out to Sullivan. Backhands one into the near corner. Coburn on it over there. He sends this one out through the slot. It rolls slowly out to center. Here's Harper on it. He dumps this one all the way down into the near corner. Back chasing after it, Cooper Roy for the Lancers. He gets a stick on it. Working it through the trapezoid. There's Harper over there. Centers one through the slot. Nobody home for a shot for Londonderry. It slides right through there and out through center where Putney clears it down. And he'll chase after it for Memorial. Up the far side now. Curtis Harper on it over there for the Lancers. This one slides out through center. And at the red line, Evangelista looking forward. He gets some help from Cooper Roy. But look out, here's a 2-on-1 as the Crusaders move it in. Nice stick work there by Mark Leach on defense for the Lancers to prevent a 2-on-1 rush from developing inside the Lancers' end. Leach on it once again. He clears it out of harm's way this time. Likewise through center. Now goes back to Leach, and he gives it back to the red line. Cooper Roy sends this one up high down into the Lancers attack zone where Parker will chase after it in there. And he gets some help from Moriarty. Moriarty moving into the slot. Here's a shot from Colby Austin that missed the net. There was a body down in front. A Memorial skater went down, and Parker fell down as he was making the pass through the slot. He managed to get it off to Colby Austin, who fired the shot, but it comes with a Memorial penalty. So the Lancers, with 8:02 remaining in the first period, will head to their first power play of the game. It begins right now, but the Crusaders win this draw and clear the puck right out. It's the number 15 of Colby Austin circling back in his own end with it for the Lancers. Comes out to the red line. Donlin looking for it. Look out. He couldn't come away with it. It's Zach Peltier chasing after it, trying to make a short-handed bid here for the Crusaders, but the Lancers halt that. It's an interference call against the Crusaders. 1:25 remaining in the Lancer power play. That was Austin feeding it ahead, but nothing develops there. Now Donlin looking for it just over the blue line, but he turning and clearing it out is Bryce Jacob for the Crusaders all the way down. Not much going in their way, going in the Lancers' direction on this power play. They haven't got much of anything set up. Here's Coburn going down into the far corner now through the trapezoid. He brings up behind the net, circles back, moving it up the half wall, trying to center one into the slot. He does, and it floated right on towards the near post. And McKenzie made a pad save there, standing up. But he did the job and keeps the Lancers off the board. 48 seconds left in the Londonderry power play. Coburn to take the draw and win it to Harper. Out to the near point, Mark Leach. Leach back down low to Harper near corner. He feeds it behind the net. Coburn waits in the trapezoid, feeds it back to Harper. He shoots one from a tough angle. Went behind the net as he missed wide there. Now back the other way comes Memorial with a shot on from Brady Sufat, the number 21. Schurz turns that aside. Lancers move it back ahead. Here's Harper. He dumps this one down into the near corner. 20 seconds left in the Lancer power play. Coburn now. He and Harper trade places. Coburn works it into the far corner, feeding one out in front. Leach couldn't get a stick on that one as the pass slid right through him, and as a result, the Lancers will have to clear the zone. Out of his net to play it now comes McKenzie. Back there, his teammate Shane Allen clears this one out for Memorial, and it goes back all the way down into the Lancers' end. Penalty has expired. We're back 5-a-side as Mark Leach stops this one up right in front of his own net. He'll backhand a pass out through center. He finds Cooper Roy working it down the near side. Lancers head off on a line change, though, as Curtis Harper is checked in the boards by Allen. And the Crusaders come away with it back on the near side. Only for a moment, though. Austin dumps it back down for the Lancers. Now in the far corner looking for it is Frank Winters over there for Londonderry. He couldn't come away with it, however, as Jeff Simpson is back with it in the near corner for Manchester. Now back behind the net, Kyle Shalafo on it for Memorial. Only for a moment, though, as a centering pass is taken away by the Crusaders. Nick Donnelly tried to set up his teammates in front, but no one could get a shot away for Londonderry. Under 5 minutes remaining here in the opening period. 1-0 for Memorial on a goal by Bryce Jacob on an early power play. That's where we stand here this afternoon as the Crusaders throw it back down to the Lancers. And look out, that one found its way to the front of the net. Church fell down. He did not cover up the puck. Thankfully, no Memorial skaters were in front to shoot. They would have had a glorious chance. Just shoot it high. The net was partially wide open, but the Lancers recover from that one. Now Frank Winters sends this one down. Lancers head off on another line change as Colin Fitzgerald feeds it up ahead for Bryce Jacob for the Crusaders, and this puck is carried out of play into the Manchester penalty box. So that will hold play. We'll have a neutral zone draw off to the near side here with 4:16 remaining in the opening period. Moriarty and Jacob on the draw, but the Crusaders come away with it. Circling back in his own end was Griffin Curley on it for Memorial. Now Parker has it on the far side for the Lancers. Tries to move this one out. It's sticked away by the 10 of Andrew Putney. He moves it down into the near corner. Mark Leach in there trying to steal it away. Now Donlin gets a stick on it as Moriarty chases after it. He gets a free at the red line. Moriarty and Parker coming up 2-on-1, but Moriarty fires it way up high and out of play into the protective mesh there. Oh, he could have passed it to Parker for a good-looking shot there, what would have been one, I anticipate, but instead he shot it himself way up high and goes out of play. Coburn will take this draw against Jacob now. On the near side, Coburn sticks one into the slot, and no one could get a stick on it for Londonderry as the 12 of Nick Burgess was right in the way for Memorial. Now Burgess comes out with it once again down into the offensive zone. This puck goes wide of the near post into the near corner. Bunch of bodies in there chasing after it, and will be Evangelista, who was unable to get it out. Now it comes back in front. Putney backhanded one through the crease. No one could get a stick on it for Memorial. That allows the Lancers to clear. Here's Curtis Harper going after this one, but it's icing against the Lancers. Well, you're watching Lancer hockey. This is December 31st, New Year's Eve, as the Lancers take on the Manchester Memorial Crusaders here this afternoon in a matinee game, their fourth game of the young 2013-2014 season, as Colby Austin sticks this one out through center for Londonderry, but the Crusaders come back right the other way. Austin once again gives it to Poulin. Poulin up ahead out of his own zone. Moriarty chasing after it for the Lancers, but Kyle Shalafo gets there first for Memorial. Now on the far side, Zach Peltier holding it in for the Crusaders, who actually need to get it out and go the other way as it goes through the crease. But Memorial still manages to control. Jason Parker looking forward at neutral ice, but it's taken away by, this is Brady Sufat for the Crusaders. Gives one into the slot. Only Lancers there, though. That allows Londonderry to get it out. Here comes Lucas Poulin down the near side. He fires a shot, gets his own rebound, and he scores! Oh, Lucas Poulin coming down the near side. A single-handed effort as he took the original shot, and McKenzie made one save. Poulin got his own rebound and fired it nonchalantly across the goal line to tie the game at 1. Lucas Poulin does the damage. I believe that Colby Austin will pick up an assist here as the Lancers tie the game with 2:16 remaining in the opening period. Here comes Evangelista down looking for more. He fires this one wide of the near post. Harper now on the far side gives this one to Coburn in behind the net. It goes back to the far side now along the half wall. Nick Burgess on it there for Memorial. The Crusaders get it out only for a moment though. Long shot on by Leach is sticked aside by McKenna. He'll keep the puck in play as it goes along the far side now. Colby Austin does indeed get the assist on the Londonderry tally, so it's Poulin from Austin to knot the score at one here as a shot from Coburn goes wide of the far post. Now along the half wall, Crusaders get it out. This is Brendan Johnson moving it ahead. He gets it up to Nick Burgess. Fires a slow-looking shot on that one, gloved and held by Church for the whistle. 1:29 remaining in the first period here this afternoon. Lancers and the Manchester Memorial Crusaders tied at 1. As the Lancers get this one out through center. Here comes Coburn, 2-on-1 with Harper if they hurry. Coburn moves it down their side, shoots one, and actually I believe he tried to pass it to Harper. Either that or it deflected off the pad of McKenzie, and Harper was ahead of the play, couldn't get a shot off. Now a long shot from Lucas Poulin deflects to the near corner. Now it's Austin. He fires a shot on. That hit a body. It was Ashton Sullivan in front on defense for the Crusaders. This one goes wide. Wraparound attempt by Harper. He couldn't get it through as Coburn looks for it. Back in the trapezoid, goes out to the far point. Poulin along the half wall. Coburn turns, fires this one wide of that to the far side. Right in front, there's Harper firing it off the post as the net comes dislodged, and McKenzie goes down with 45.4 seconds remaining here in the opening period. A bit of a lucky break there as the net came off the moorings. Otherwise, that play might have continued, and the Lancers may have been able to take another whack at it. Harper was camped out right in front. Lancers change up the lines here. Moriarty wins the straw out to Evangelista. He fires one from the near point. Pad saved by McKenzie. Steers it into the near corner where it's held in by Mike Donlan. Nice play there. Donlan to the front, firing, and he scores! Oh, Mike Donlan gives the Lancers the lead with a beauty there. He fired it top shelf over the shoulder of McKenzie. And with 31.7 seconds remaining in the opening frame here this afternoon, the Lancers go from behind 1 to up by 1 in a matter of about a minute. Mike Donlan with a beauty there. I believe Moriarty will get the assist as he won the draw down in the offensive zone that started that play. And then Donlan made a nice turnaround attempt to keep the puck alive in the attack zone and then fired a beautiful shot. Top shelf on McKenzie. Lancers trying to hold it in now. Evangelista at the near point. He turns, fires for on. Glove save by McKenzie, excuse me, as he gets the glove down on that one. 9.5 seconds remaining in the opening period. One which the Lancers will be happy about the latter half of. They started sort of slow, gave up an early goal to Memorial, but then charged back with a pair of their own, and they will have the lead as we head off for the first intermission. Londonderry goes into the dressing room up 2-1 on a pair of goals. The first, which came from, the second one was from Mike Donlan. The first was, I do not recall at the moment. It might have been Lucas Poulin. Got the first one. Donlan gets the second one, and the Lancers lead 2-1 as we head into the first intermission. You're listening to Lancer Hockey here from the Salem Ice Center. Lancers and the Manchester Memorial Crusaders. Second period action will begin in a moment. Welcome back for second period action between the Londonderry Lancers and the Manchester Memorial Crusaders. Now, it was indeed Lucas Poulin, the Lancers assistant captain, number 14, who scored Londonderry's first goal of this game. And that helped the Lancers on their way to a 2-1 lead after the opening period of play. That's where things stand. as we get set for the second period to commence here this afternoon. You're watching Lancer Hockey on Leo 21. I'm Adam LaFleur bringing you this New Year's Eve matinee action as we get set for the opening draw of period number 2. Lancers hold a 2-1 lead over Manchester Memorial as the Crusaders win the draw. It's Austin Sullivan on it, feeding it down the far side. Now it's Poulin back in the trapezoid for the Lancers as he turns around with it down in his own end. Up the near side half wall for Parker. He can't get it out as the Crusaders hold it in. It's Bryce Jacob down in the near corner. He scored the first goal of this game. It was a Memorial goal back on an early power play in the first period. Came off the stick of Jacob. Now Parker with it along the near side half wall. He gets it out to center, and he'll work it over the red line. Clearing it down is Parker. Down behind the Memorial net it goes. Donlin back in there. Couldn't get a stick on it. Crusaders come away with it. This is Jacob once again moving it ahead. Nobody could get a stick on it for Manchester, however. That allows Poulin to backhand this one to Parker along the near side half wall. Parker goes down, but he gets some help from Matt Moriarty, who clears the puck out to neutral ice. Now Sullivan on it for Memorial as it squirts over the red line. Nick Burgess on it, moving it through the slot for the Crusaders. He fires a shot on. Schurch looked behind him, but he had the puck stuck beneath the leg pads all the while. So the Lancer netminder makes his first save of the second period here. 13:52 remaining as we are in the early stages of the middle stanza here this afternoon. Zach Peltier with it on the near side, now down in the corner, working around for Memorial. Curtis Harper gets a stick on it there. He feeds this one back through the trapezoid where Evangelista gets a stick on it. Now far corner, Evangelista feeds it up the half wall for Cooper Roy. Roy gets it out to center. Here's Coburn down into the Lancers attack end. He chases after it in the far corner, gets a stick on it, but he's triple teamed by the Memorial defense. They take the puck away. It's Kyle Chalifo on it for the Crusaders. Comes out into the slot, and Cooper Roy couldn't get a shot away. There was bodies and traffic in front of the Memorial net there. Now back down into the near corner it goes. Shane Allen feeds this one up ahead where he finds Jacob Poitras moving it ahead. Fires a shot, picks up his own rebound. Another shot coming from the Crusaders. Brendan Johnson, he missed the net. It ricocheted off the end boards. Now here's Harper coming out 2-on-1. He's got Roy with him. Fires a shot on pad, saved by McKenzie. No rebound there, or no rebound that the Lancers could take advantage of anyhow. It was quickly cleared away by the Memorial defense. Play continues though as it goes in front of the net for the Crusaders. Shane Allen, he gets this one up ahead. Mark Leach now down in his own end. Turns and gets the puck out to neutral ice where Coburn picks it up. He's got Harper. Coburn drops it off for Harper, moves into the slot. He gives it back down low for Coburn. He sent one in front. Right there was Nick Donnelly at the edge of the crease, who could not get his stick on that one for a shot. Now it's Jacob Poitras on it, only for a moment though, as back and forth they go. Lancers clear this one down. The 7 of Jake Gendron is on it there for the Crusaders. He feeds it to Colin, no, not Colin Fitzgerald, Giffen Curley rather. But the Crusaders cannot move it ahead. It's Donnelly over there for the Lancers, looking for it far corner, taken from him by Jeff Simpson. Simpson behind his own net, now up the near side half wall out to the red line. Poulin has it for the Lancers. He backhands this one up high. It goes down into the near corner and slides through the trapezoid behind the Manchester net. Looking for it now, Jacob Poitras on it for Memorial. He can't get it out. Lancers hold it in. The stick of Alex LaPlante up in the high slot. Sent one slowly towards the front of the net. Gendron got a stick on it and cleared it all the way down for Memorial. It's an icing call. 11:22 remaining in the second period. Lancers 2 and the Manchester Memorial Crusaders 1. The Crusaders open the scoring on a power play goal from Bryce Jacob back in the early stages of the first period, but then the Lancers responded with a pair of their own. First Lucas Poulin, then Mike Donlin, both back in period number 1, and the Lancers went from down by 1 to up by 1. That's where we stand here in the second. 2-1 for Londonderry. This is Briar Bilodeau, the senior captain, on it for Memorial. He gets some help from Nick Burgess. down in his own end. Now Austin Sullivan on it. He sends this one behind his own net. Over along the far side half wall. That is Cooper Roy looking for it down deep. Behind that, excuse me, that's Evangelista rather, the 18, not the 10. Evangelista digging for it over there. Matt Moriarty also in there for the Lancers. Bilodeau came away with it, however, and the Crusaders get it out to center. Trying to get a stick on it was Burgess, though, but Mark Leach sends this one all the way down, ricochets off the glass, comes down on the far side for Bilodeau, feeds it behind his own net, and the Crusaders will move it out. It's Jacob, the Manchester goal scorer. He feeds this one down, but it's taken by Evangelista. He will clear it out of harm's way back into the near corner. Lost it, however. Now it's Mike Donlin on the far side. Donlin had a late goal back in period number 1 on a beautiful shot, top shelf. He beat the Memorial netminder McKenzie. Put the Lancers up 2-1 at the time. That is still where we stand now. This is Donlin at the near point. He holds this one in, goes down where Ashton Sullivan will get a stick on it, but he's bodied off the puck by Coburn, taking it away in the near corner, but then Coburn was stripped of the puck by Jacob, and out come the Crusaders the other way. Back is Colby Austin to steer that one out of harm's way. Long pass up ahead. Coburn couldn't get a stick on it. He and Harper would have been away for the races if he had been able to settle that one down, but it got ahead of him and goes down for an icing call against Londonderry, as no one could get a stick on that long pass from Colby Austin. Face off to the far side now. Coburn takes it against Brady Sufat, but the Crusaders come away with it, trying to get something set up down in the Lancers, and Matthew Fitzgerald on it far corner out to Kyle Shalafo. Shalafo holds it in. It comes out to the line. Allen on it for the Crusaders. Couldn't get a shot away. Now Poulin with some help from Coburn gets it out. Poulin sticks this one ahead, but back it comes off the stick of Kyle Shalafo. And the Crusaders start out the other way. But that won't develop into much of anything as the Lancers take it back. Back and forth they go here early on in the second. As Lucas Poulin has this near point. Lancers get set up on the attack. Through the slot it goes. Coburn whiffed on a shot, but he didn't get any wood on it as the puck slid right by him. Now on the far side, Coburn gets it back down low. Harper over there in the far corner. Now Coburn in there battling for it as well. Cooper Roy back there with it. Coburn comes away with it, skates it out to the near side, out to the line. Poulin shoots one on. Pad save by McKenna as he steers it wide to the near corner. Now Coburn out to the line. Poulin, he fires a weak-looking shot on that is sticked away by Sufat, and out he comes for Memorial down into the Lancers' end. He's bodied by Austin, but Sufat stays on it now with some help from the number 2, Brendan Johnson. Backhand shot goes on. Oh, and the Crusaders capitalize as the puck comes into the slot, and Shane Allen puts it home for Memorial as the Crusaders score and tie the score at 2. We're back all even Steven here with 8:10 remaining in the second period as Shane Allen took advantage of a fast developing rush down in the Lancers' end. He had some help from Brendan Johnson on the play. I believe Johnson will pick up the assist as Memorial knots the game at 2 here midway through the second. Now play resumes. Lancers bring the puck out over the red line. Moriarty works it down the far side. He's got Parker going to the front of the net. Moriarty holds on to it himself, backhands it right in the crease, but McKenzie immediately gets the pad on it as Moriarty ran out of real estate to shoot. Now here's Donlin right in front, firing one, puck loose in the crease. Bodies down. McKenna briefly looked behind him. He's got the puck tied up in his pads. Either that or the mass of players down in the Manchester crease. Puck was settled in the blue ice of the crease indeed. Oh, that perhaps the best chance of this second period for the Lancers. Couldn't quite poke it home, however. Now Crusaders win the draw in their own end. Ashton Sullivan working it up the near side. Sullivan still with it as he brings it out over the red line. This stick back by Leach in the other direction for the Lancers. Parker turns and couldn't get a stick on it. That allows Burgess to bring it down the near side for Memorial. He works it on net. Schurch got a piece of that one with his blocker, steers it to the far side where Moriarty works it out to center. He's got Parker up ahead as those two move it down into the offensive zone. Moriarty sends this one in behind the net. Here's Leach at the near point, turning and firing one deflected in front, goes back to Leach, but it's stripped from him by Nick Burgess of the Crusaders. Burgess gets it up ahead for Putney, who sends one on goal. Schurch steers that one wide to the far corner, and it rolls out through center. Off the bench for Memorial, and sticking that one ahead was Kyle Shalafo, but the Lancers turn it right back the other way as Harper feeds it down around behind the Manchester United. Now here's a long shot on from Evangelista. Pad save by McKenzie. And now Mark Leach once again turns and fires this one up through the neutral zone. Memorial will come away with it, however. It's the 20 of Bryce Jacob, who had the Crusaders' first goal of the game earlier. But here's Coburn out the other way with a long lead pass, drops it off for Harper, who fires it wide of the far post. Oh, another good chance there for the Lancers. They are shooting here in the last couple of minutes. Now out the other way comes Nick Burgess. Look out, one-on-one. He brings it in for the Crusaders, fires it up high over the crossbar. Mark Leach with it down in the near corner. He backhands one out to center. It's Jacob on it once again for the Crusaders. He gets it up ahead. It's Sufat bringing it down the near side. Centers one out in front. Jacob was there. It slid through the crease. He couldn't get a shot away. As it goes to the far point now, Shane Allen on it there for the Crusaders. He fires one way wide. It ricochets off the inboards. Now at the near point, it's Kyle Shalafo holding it in. Mark Leach gets it, though, down in the near corner, back behind his own net. And the Lancers get it out to center. It's the 3 of Shane Allen on it for Memorial to the near side. And feeding ahead is Shalafo. But Evangelista gets a stick on it down in the trapezoid. He feeds it up ahead. Here comes Harper. Harper into the offensive zone. Making his way through the slot. Fired a shot. Blocker save by McKenzie. Now it goes around to the far side half wall. Moriarty on it there. He sticks it to Donlin. Donlin working out of the near corner. Feeds one behind the net for Harper, who centered one out in front. There's Poulin. And Moriarty now right in front. He shoots it on. Glove save by McKenzie. As the Lancers get another quick little flurry of chances there, as they try to regain their lead that evaporated about 4 minutes ago when Shane Allen scored for Memorial to tie this game at 2 with 4:55 remaining in the second period. That is still where we stand, 2 goals apiece. Here's a backhand from Moriarty. Oh, a tough angled shot, almost snuck in behind McKenna. Now Poulin fires it from the near point. That one turned aside by McKenzie. Now in the far corner over there is Donlin. He scored the Lancers' second goal of the game back in period number 1. The late stages of it, I might add. Now Donlin chasing after it once again against Jake Gendron over there for the Crusaders. Back along the far side half wall, Donlin over there. Here is the stick of Colby Austin up high to keep it alive. You're lucky he didn't get called for a high stick there as he held the puck in, but the Crusaders get it out. Lancers get it right back in. Back and forth they go here. Now it's Donlin along the far side half wall. Jake Gendron in with it. Coming into the near corner, he's pressured by both Parker and Moriarty, but the Crusaders still hold on. It's the 19 of Griffin Curley moving up ahead. Now here comes Sufat trying to center in one. Nice play by Poulin there as he lays down to block the centering pass from Brady Sufat. Oh, Poulin's on top of his game today. He scored the Lancers' first goal of the game back in the first period, made a beautiful defensive play there. Now Donnelly looking for it, but Evangelista gets it instead for Londonderry. Evangelista out over the blue line into the offensive zone, working his way through the slot, firing one. Glove save by McKenzie. Oh, Evangelista had a good look there, but the Memorial netminder shuts the door. 3:26 to go in the second period. Lancers 2 and the Crusaders 2 here in New Year's Eve, a matinee action from the Ice Center. This is Bayer Bilodeau sending it behind his net, his own net that is, but the Lancers hold it in. Long shot from Frank Winters is turned aside by McKenzie. Now on the far side, the Crusaders manage to get it out. Lancers get it right back to neutral ice. It's the 11 of Bilodeau over there. He feeds it ahead. Gets some help now from Simpson. but the Crusaders can't move it up as Nick Donnelly gets it over to Alex LaPlante, and the Lancers moving ahead. Long shot from LaPlante, turned aside by McKenzie. Now in the far corner go the Crusaders. It's the 11 of Bilodeau on it there. They gets it out to center with some help, but the Lancers send it right back in. Now Ashton Sullivan on it along the far side. Turn it over. Here's Harper with the lane to shoot. He backhands it wide. Oh, a glorious giveaway there. Harper couldn't put it on goal, however. Now Coburn with it. Gives it back to Harper in the slot. Out to the high slot now. Evangelista turned it over. Look out. Out comes Jeff Simpson on it there, but Evangelista gets back nicely to recover and prevent what could have been a breakaway for the Crusaders. Nice play there by Brett Evangelista. Now it is Harper. Up the near side, this one slowly floats in on goal. McKenzie thought about keeping it in play, then he says, nope, I'm going to cover up, and he does just that with 2 minutes remaining in the second period, and the score, 2 goals apiece. Take a moment to recognize the coaching staff of both teams. First, the visiting Memorial Crusaders are coached by head coach Mark Putney, assistant coaches John Klopp and Neil Poitras. The Lancers are coached by head coach Peter Bedford, assistants Matt Davis and David Allen. Lancers looking to get something set up on the attack here, but Coburn couldn't get a stick on that one as Nick Burgess works it out for the Crusaders. Here comes Burgess down the far side trying to work his way to the front, and then he does. But Lucas Poulin there to save the day in the crease as he got a stick on that one, sent it to the far corner. Now Colby Austin on it for the Lancers. Austin moves it out. Up ahead, he gives it to Evangelista. Evangelista sticks it nicely around his man, but then no one but Crusaders home in the attack zone, and Memorial gets it right out. This is Burgess going down the near side. Tries to center one in front, but Austin intercepts that pass. Now Mike Donlan looking for it on the far side, but Coburn comes up with it. Coburn out 2-on-2 has Harper. Instead, he tries to fire it himself, but getting in the way of that one was Bryce Jacob to block the shot. And that allows Memorial to take over. Burgess now working it through the neutral zone, taken by Poulin. He feeds this one to the far side. Moriarty into the attack zone for the Lancers. He nearly fell down and then lost the puck to Bryce Jacob. Jacob over there gives it to Shane Allen for the Crusaders. Oh, and here's a shot from the far point and a goal. Evangelista scores. Oh, my goodness, that was a beauty. Brett Evangelista with a long shot from the far point as he eludes McKenzie to give the Lancers a 3-2 lead with 36.8 seconds remaining in period number 2. Oh, my, that's the game of hockey. Don't look down. You'll miss something as... honestly, I nearly missed that one. Evangelista, though, with a beautiful shot there, giving the Lancers a 3-2 lead here late in period number 2. As the Crusaders have it deep down in their own end. Sufat trying to work this one out through center. Late in the game, late in the second period, rather, here. As the Lancers work it back down into the Crusaders' end. Mike Donlan with it in the far corner. This one floats out to the red line, and it's cleared back the other way by Mark Leach as time expires in period number 2. So the Lancers came into the period up 2-1. The two teams trade goals in the middle stanza. First, the Crusaders put one on the board from Shane Allen in the earlier stages of the second period, but then Londonderry finds the answer. Brett Evangelista there in the final minute of period number 2 restores the Lancers' lead, so they will head to the dressing room with a 3-2 lead for today's second intermission. You're watching Lancer Hockey on Leo 21. I'm Adam LaFleur, wishing you a happy New Year's Eve. We'll be back for the third in just a moment here from the Ice Center. Welcome back for the third period in this afternoon matchup between the Londonderry Lancers and the Manchester Memorial Crusaders. Londonderry holding a 3-2 lead after 2 periods of play on goals from Lucas Poulin, Mike Donlan, and Brett Evangelista. The latter of those from Evangelista coming in the final minute of period number 2 to put the Lancers up by 1 as we head into the third. On the other side of things, Bryce Jacob and Shane Allen have scored for Manchester Memorial to keep the Crusaders in this game as the Lancers try to become the first team to defeat Memorial in the young season. Crusaders, with a record of 2-0-1, have not lost a game thus far. Lancers are coming off a 3-2 loss against Salem back before Christmas on December 21st. Coburn in to take the draw to open the third, and he wins it. Back to Colby Austin as the Lancers try to work it ahead. Also in there looking for it is Cooper Roy. Now Coburn helps out. They battle for it at neutral ice along the near boards, and Austin comes away with it. He gives it over to Lucas Poulin down in their own end. Lancers work it up ahead where the 6 of Ashton Sullivan takes it away for Memorial. Now on the far side, Harper over there as it goes into the corner. Instead, it is Bilodeau on it for Memorial as the Crusaders work it around. Now Jacob with it on the far side. Coburn takes it away from him, gets it down into the far corner as the Lancers try to set something up down in their attack zone here. Out in front, Coburn found Roy, who couldn't get a shot away, and the Crusaders start it back out the other way. A long shot is off the glove of Schertz. It came from the Crusaders' Burgess. Then it rolled through the crease afterwards. But the Lancers clear this one out and head off on a line change here early in the third. Now starting it out for Memorial, Shane Allen. He scored the second Crusaders goal of this game. Now Mark Leach gets this one as it rolls down into the Lancers' end. Leach out to the red line looking for Donlin, but Memorial takes it away. Jacob on it there. Over to the far side it goes where Sufat got a stick on it. Now to the near corner in there looking for it is Donlin, and he comes away with it. Donlin out to the red line for the Lancers. Fires a long shot on, missed the net wide. To the near side, Jason Parker and Donlin both back in the trapezoid now. Look out, here's Leach up high. He fired a shot, hit either a skate or a body that was down in front. Didn't make it all the way to the net. Now Leach follows his own rebound all the way back down into his own end. As he goes back now, sends it behind his own net. Evangelista on the near side with some help from Moriarty. The Lancers move it back to center. There's Moriarty on it again, caught in skates of Evangelista. He didn't know where it was, then he found it, and Londonderry sends this one down. McKenzie out of his net to stick it aside for Allen in the far corner. Shane Allen out to the red line. He finds Sufat, who dumps this one down for Memorial. Out of his net to play it is Schertz. Leaves it there for Evangelista. Into the far corner, Peltier gets a stick on it for the Crusaders, but it's taken away by Frank Winters. Winters tries to work it out to the neutral zone. Has some difficulty, though. Puck almost cleared into the Lancers bench. It was gloved down by the hand of Shane Allen, the Crusaders' number 3, and then play whistle dead. Face-off is going to come at center ice here, as I believe their rule, the puck was enough out of play to warrant a whistle, more or less. They'll stop play and restart it at center anyway. Off the draw, the Crusaders control it once again. Jacob Poitras trying to move it ahead, but the Lancers take it away, clear it down into the Crusaders' end. Now coming up with it, Fitzgerald on the near side. He gets some help from Brendan Johnson of the Crusaders, circles back in his own zone and then feeds it ahead. And Memorial trying to start out. Their efforts held up by Lucas Poulin along the far side. Puck rolls across the red line. Back and forth they go, digging for it now. Comes free to Poulin once again, just across his own blue line. He feeds it out to Frank Winters at the red line. He battles with Jacob Poitras over there, trying to get it free. The Crusaders do. Jake Gendron on it for Memorial to the near side now. Nick Donnelly, though, tried to stick that away. He gets some help from Winters. Frank Winters into the near corner now for the Lancers. He's double teamed in there by a pair of red jerseys. Still digging for it is Winters there. Then he goes down, and the puck squirts loose in behind the net through the trapezoid. Gendron picks it up for the Crusaders. To the far side, it's Johnson working it ahead, but the Lancers get it right back. Here's Austin sending it back the other way for Londonderry. This one comes in through the slot. Nobody could get a stick on it for the Lancers. Now Poulin on the far side sends this one in on goal. This one gloved by McKenzie, but he'll keep the play alive. Now Harper tried to get around his man. That was Curley and work it to the front of the net, but Curley stole the puck away from him. Now Bilodeau and Roy both looking for it in the near corner. Crusaders get it free, however. It's Bryce Jacob on it there, stripped from him by Austin. He comes back the other way, drops it off for Coburn. Coburn couldn't move it ahead, however. It comes back out to neutral ice. Austin on it once again. He leaves it there for Poulin. Poulin up ahead, but back and forth they go like a pinball match now at center ice once again, and then the Lancers dump this one down. And it will be an icing call against Londonderry. 10:19 remaining in period number 3. The Lancers 3 and the Crusaders 2 here this afternoon. And a Lancer hockey action from the Ice Center New Year's Eve matinee game. It's the third home game of the young season for Londonderry. They have a record of 1-1 here on home ice thus far, trying to hand the Crusaders their first loss of the young season. Evangelista with it now back behind his own net. Sticks over to the far side half wall. Parker there. He backhands it out to center. At the red line, though, Crusaders take it back over. There was Mike Donlin who couldn't move it ahead. And now Jacob comes ahead with it for the Crusaders. He backhands one just over the crossbar. Oh, that looked dangerous from my angle, but it goes over the net and back in behind to the far side. Parker looking for it over there. He couldn't settle it down. Now Evangelista sticks this one out to center. And we got a stoppage here. Both teams will make line changes as the draw will come off to the far side in the neutral zone. Coburn on it against Sufat. And the Crusaders come away with it. Matthew Fitzgerald along the far side half wall, now down the far corner. With it for Memorial. He works around his man Poulin. Gets it to Sufat behind the Lancers net. Now Sufat works out. He turns. Fires one on. Nice lay-down job there by Poulin. He was doing anything but laying down on the job. He blocked a nice shot. And that allows the Lancers to clear it out. But it's another icing on Londonderry. 9:13 remaining in the game. Londonderry 3, Manchester Memorial 2. Curtis Harper on this draw against Brady Sufat. Lancers come away with it. Poulin sticks this one out through center. Racing after it now, Harper. Down the far side, Shane Allen gets there first. He sticks it behind the net for Kyle Chalifo as it goes into the near corner. Chalifo on it once again for Memorial. He feeds it up ahead, but it gets ahead of Sufat. That allows Austin to send it back in the Lancers' offensive direction. Coburn now looking forward in the near corner. His man Chalifo goes down. Coburn feeds one right out in front, loose in the crease. Oh, that was dangerous for Memorial, but McKenzie went down and managed to make the stop. I don't think he knew where it was for a moment there, but he got a handle on it nevertheless. 8:41 remaining in the game. Lancers 3 and Manchester Memorial 2 as Evangelista chases after this one, but instead Jeff Simpson gets there first for Memorial. Now Evangelista takes it back down in his own end, up the near boards for Donnelly. Stripped from him, however. Look out, it was Jeff Simpson trying to make his way to the front of the net. Evangelista stole that one away. Now Evangelista comes out once again down into the near corner, taken by Alex LaPlante behind the Memorial net. LaPlante now working up the far side half wall, sends one into the slot. Donnelly spins around and did not get a stick on that one. Here's Evangelista holding this one in down to Donnelly, near corner. Both he and his man Bilodeau go down. Now back behind the net, trying to work it around there is Donnelly. He'll chase after it in the near corner. Curley over there also for Memorial. He comes away with it now. Frank Winters trying to get a stick on it, but it's helped around by Brendan Johnson. And the Crusaders almost took over. Then Frank Winters gets it back. Far point now, Mark Leach holds it into Winters. Down low near corner, there's Donnelly with it in the trapezoid, but Johnson gets it free for the Memorial Crusaders, and they work it back out through center. Simpson coming back the other way. This one now backhanded ahead by Jacob Poitras for the Crusaders now on the far side. Winters with it. He tries to clear this one out, can't do it. Putney on it there, holding in. Far point for Memorial. but it squirts out to center where Sullivan gets a stick on it for the Crusaders. Ashton Sullivan working his way down into the Lancers end, back behind the net through the trapezoid. It goes. Coburn was in there, but Chalifo will hold it in at the near point, and then Mark Leach sends this one out. Oh, the pass had a little too much mustard on it. Could have been a 2-on-0. Coburn and Harper were away to the races, but Leach's pass got ahead of them. A little bit too much steam on that one with 6:58 remaining in the third period. So the pass becomes an icing call, and the faceoff goes back down into the Lancers' end. Coburn and Jacob on the draw now. It comes free and hit Coburn in the helmet, I believe, as it was sticked up by Jacob right after the draw. Lancers clear the zone. Now Chalifo on it down in his own end. Backhands one through the trapezoid to the far side. Sullivan on it over there. Sullivan right back to Chalifo. He sends it up to Andrew Putney. And the Crusaders get it out to neutralize. Putney now sends this one down. Church out to stick it aside. Leave it there for Poulin. Lucas Poulin over to the far side. Finds Harper along the half wall. Harper out to center looking for Coburn. Pass intercepted by Jacob of the Crusaders, and they battle for it at the red line. Coburn comes away with it. He moves it down into the offensive zone, tried to do some stick work, get around Chalifo, but he couldn't. Now a shot comes from, that's Harper right in front, and McKenzie's down, but he manages to make the save as he flopped around like a flounder for a minute there, but he managed never to take his eye off the puck, and he stopped the shot that came from Harper. As the Lancers try to put an insurance goal on the board here midway through this third period. They lead 3-2. Londonderry trying to hand Manchester Memorial its first loss of the season. Out down in the near corner, up along the half wall. Austin keeps this one in for Lancers. Sufat in there battling for it for the Crusaders. Austin and both Donlan and Moriarty also in there for the Lancers. Londonderry manages to actually not come away with it. The Crusaders did. And Memorial got it out to center. Here comes Bilodeau. Down the far side, he tries to work it ahead. He has Sufat up there, but Sufat couldn't get a stick on it. Now Sullivan along the far side out to Bilodeau. He fires a weak-looking shot on. Intercepted by Poulin, and the Lancers clear. Poulin trying to work it ahead, get some help from Moriarty. Moriarty's bowled over by Shane Allen along the far boards. That perhaps the toughest looking hit of the game, but Moriarty gets right back up after that one and continues play here. Now Austin down into the Lancers end it goes, working it back behind the net are the Crusaders. Now on the far side, Parker sticks this one out through center. It's going to go down for an icing call against Londonderry. Lancers have iced the puck, I don't want to say continually, but that's almost what it seems here in the third period as they have a clock to kill. 4:53 left in regulation time. Londonderry 3, Manchester Memorial 2 here from Salem's Ice Center. This is Mark Leach. He's had quite a game here this afternoon, folks, on defense for the Lancers. Cut off a number of what could have been decent Memorial opportunities. Leach gets it ahead to start this rush. And the Lancers hold it in. Nice stick work there by Patrick Maloney to keep it in for Londonderry. Now to the far side it goes. That was Harper on it there. Back out in front to Maloney. And shoots one. McKenna goes down. Puck loose in the crease. Harper shoots one on it. Rolls into the crease. Oh, McKenzie was down. That puck had eyes for the back of the net. It was on the goal line as McKenzie gets down on it just in the final nick of time. Oh, that was almost the afternoon insurance policy for the Lancers, but none such as McKenzie on his back makes the stop. Oh, he's looked sharp in this third period to keep his Crusaders in this game. Now Evangelista feeds it down into the far corner it goes. Harper looking for it over there. It's some help from Coburn, but the Lancers can't hold it in. Mark Leach now along the far side at the red line sends this one in on goal, gloved by McKenzie. He keeps play alive as he fed up to the near side now. Andrew Putney looking for it. He couldn't get it. and Burgess circles back for the Crusaders. Now it is Jacob feeding it up ahead. Church gets a stick on that one on the edge of his crease, and some help from Mark Leach to get it around behind the net. Off to the far side, Moriarty couldn't start the rush ahead as Nick Burgess got a stick on that one to hold it in for the Crusaders. Look out here, tough angled shot coming from the 12 of Nick Burgess, but Church gets the oven mitt on that one and holds on for the whistle. 3:24 remaining in regulation time. Londonderry 3, Manchester Memorial 2. Lancers looking to hand the Crusaders their first loss of the season here this afternoon. Now it's Moriarty working this one out. Long pass up ahead. Donlan couldn't get there. Instead, Chalifo gets there for the Crusaders. He feeds it up the near side now. Matthew Fitzgerald sent in front by Austin, but sticked out of harm's way by the defense of Jeff Simpson out there for the Crusaders. Now Donlan back behind the net, trying to hold this one in. Poulin does just that for the Lancers. Now to the near side half wall it comes, where Fitzgerald was on it and cleared it out for the Crusaders, but the Lancers send it right back in. In the trapezoid now, Jacob works it over to the far corner for Memorial as they try to clear the zone. Having some difficulty over there was Jacob, but he gets some help from Brady Sufat. Skates it behind the net and gets it up to Matthew Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald down the near side as Poulin will pick it up. No one over there for the Crusaders. That will allow the Lancers to clear. Out comes Curtis Harper now. He's got a one-on-one with, that was Chalifo, the lone man back for Memorial, and Harper fired the shot on, but McKenzie had no trouble with that one as he makes the stop with 2:16 remaining in regulation time here this afternoon. Lancers 3 and the Crusaders 2. Off this draw, it's Harper looking for it, and he gets some help from Coburn. Lancers trying to stick it into the slot. Here's Evangelista. He had a goal earlier today. Now he fires this one wide. Now it's Harper on the far side in the far corner. Lancers have their top line out there now late in the game. It's Coburn working for it in the trapezoid against the other senior captain. That's Bilodeau, and the Crusaders now are able to clear the zone. Nick Burgess moving it up ahead. He fires a long shot. This one goes up and out of play over the glass. It gets caught in the protective mesh netting between the glass and said protective netting. So we'll have a whistle and a face-off now down in the Lancers' end. .140 remaining in regulation as the Lancers win the draw started out. Here comes Mike Donlan in. He had Moriarty going to the front of the net, but Donlan was taken down by Shane Allen over there on the far side. Now Moriarty gets out to Donlan. Here's Parker, backhanded one right on, picks up his own rebound and fires it just up high above the near post. Delayed penalty coming up here. It's on Memorial. And Mike Donlan tries to stick it around now as the Crusaders captain Bilodeau touches up for the whistle, and it's a tripping call against the Crusaders here. So with 1:16 remaining in regulation, the Lancers will have a power play for the remainder of this game, barring any further penalties. It's the number 3 of Shane Allen who goes to the box for Memorial for tripping, and the Lancers will enjoy a power play now. Chance to get that insurance goal that they're looking for. We stand at 3-2. Lancers on top, and one of the two teams calling a timeout here. Looked like it was the Lancers bench and head coach Peter Bedford that called this timeout, as he was the first to give a noticeable signal. So the two teams will both discuss some strategy here. With 1:16 remaining in regulation, Lancers 3 and the Crusaders 2. It will take a short-handed goal for Memorial to knot things up here, as the number 3 of Shane Allen will sit for tripping for the rest of the game in the penalty box. Lancers looking to snap back, I should say, from their last home game, which was a 3-2 loss to the Salem Blue Devils back on December the 18th, or excuse me, the 21st rather. And they're 1:15 away from doing that. Evangelista holds this one in at the far point as the Lancers go to the power play. Now it comes up to the near side along the half wall. Cooper Roy over there for the Lancers. Harper, back with it in the trapezoid now. Now it's Evangelista coming up with it on the far side. He gets a stick on it in the slot, but then it's taken away by Jacob, and he clears this one out and all the way down on the net. Schurch had to stick it aside and be careful with it there as Coburn tries to work this one out of his own end. Gets some help from Evangelista up the far side. Evangelista now up ahead. He finds Harper. That was Cooper Roy wide open up ahead. Instead, Harper just dumps it down. 26 seconds remaining in regulation time as Coburn looks for it down in the near corner, deep in the Lancers' end. Londonderry not getting much of anything set up on this late power play. They're just playing to kill the time, and they're doing that quite effectively. 10 seconds to go. Now on the far side, that was Jacob once again over there for the Crusaders as Memorial works it down along the end boards as time expires. So the Lancers hand the Manchester Memorial Crusaders their first loss of the 2013-2014 campaign. They do it in 3-2 fashion here this afternoon as we go through a scoreless third period of play. As the two teams shake hands now at center ice, Lancers improve their record to 2-2 on the season. Meanwhile, Memorial falls to 2-1-1. Lancers with goals this afternoon from Lucas Poulin and Mike Donlin in the first period. Donlin with a beautiful shot late in the opening stanza to put the Lancers up 2-1 at the time. Also another tally from Brett Evangelista coming midway through the second period for the Lancers. That will stand as the game winner as Londonderry prevails 3-2. Bryce Jacob and Shane Allen with the tallies for Memorial in the Manchester effort that comes up short here this afternoon as the Lancers get the win and take home their second victory on home ice this season in front of a decent Londonderry crowd here this afternoon from the Ice Center. Well, it's December 31st, and I'd like to wish you the happiest of New Year's Eves and enjoy your day off tomorrow on New Year's Eve, unless, of course, you have to work. In that case, of course, I hope you have a good day still. Once again, today's final score, Lancers 3 and the Manchester Memorial Crusaders 2 from the Ice Center. Join us throughout the season for Lancer Hockey as we bring you home action here from the Ice Center. For our cameraman, Chris Livernoy, I'm Adam LaFleur, wishing you the best of afternoons and good day.